In this video, I'm going to purposely scratch up a Marksmith titanium body to show you how you can refinish it using Scotch-Brite pads. So I'm going to purposefully scratch the surface using this piece of steel, and so I've already done some scratching to it before. I already scratched on here. So I mean, it's pretty hard to actually see those scratches. I'm using the reflection of the light to be able to see them, but it's tough to see those scratches. And so overall, it's pretty scratch resistant. Okay, I think that's enough. The two different Scotch-Brite pads that you can use that I recommend are this very general green Scotch-Brite. This says Final Stripping Pads, but this was bought at a hardware store. You can also find this green Scotch-Brite in the grocery stores used to clean pots and pans and stuff like that. And I believe it's the same abrasive level. They don't really have a grit for these. They just call them like fine, ultra fine, stuff like that. So the one we use in the shop is a little bit more difficult to find. You have to order it usually. It's a gray pad, and it's a Scotch-Brite ultra fine hand pad 7448. And so it looks gray and it comes in these big sheets. We of course buy a whole box of it, but really one little tiny piece lasts forever for our purposes here. I'm first going to show using the green pad what you can do to remove those scratches with the green pad. So we're just going to go on the clip. You're going to go in this direction along the length of the clip to work the scratches out. You don't want to scratch the body in that direction. And I've already got them mostly out. You can see it's made a kind of a finer scratch pattern that's in a specific direction, which is the brushed finish. And there we go. That's pretty much done. That's what we call the brushed finish. And afterwards, you want to wipe it off with a soft cloth. So there we go. The clip is refinished in its original brushed finish. Now the body, which has some scratches, we're going to take that. And the body, we're going to go in a circumferential pattern, which means going in this direction. Okay, so around the circumference. You can also just grab it like that and pinch it and squeeze and rotate. What you don't want to do is move the pen along the axial direction. So you don't want to slide the pen in this direction because then it'll make scratches in that direction. So the easiest way is just to grab it like that, rotate. You can also do this, where you brush in this direction. And here you're going to have to rotate the marker body. I'm going to put this under here so you can see what that's doing. So here we're creating this brush finish around the marker body. Now this green pad is a bit more abrasive than the gray pad, so it will make a more aggressive brush pattern than the original brush pattern that we had on this. Once you've gotten rid of the scratches and you want a little bit finer finish, you can just use the same pad and go just lighter. Just don't apply as much pressure, and it's going to create a little bit finer finish. If you want an even finer finish, then you will have to go to a finer abrasive pad, like the gray pad. And the clip should probably be done last because the clip is hard to protect when you're rotating. But here we go. Those scratches along the length have been removed. They've been replaced by a brush finish around the circumference, like the original finish that we had. Now, if you want to do an even finer finish, use this gray pad. And this gray pad is really very similar to what the original finish is on this. The lighting I'm using is very bright, so it makes the brush pattern stand out a lot more than in normal lighting. And there we have it. The scratches have been removed and it's been refinished with the original brush pattern that it came with. So this is a very easy to maintain finish. The bright studio lights of the photo booth make the brush finish look not that great, but like when you look at it under normal lighting like this, the brush finish looks really good. The studio lighting makes it look like really big scratches, but it's not. It's a really fine finish and it looks great in normal light, so you'll never notice that the way it looked like under the studio lights.